I was going to say, coming back to that idea of consistency, I think it's often when, as we've said before, when children have that chance to actually develop their skills at something, that's when they do surprise us. That, the child who has been learning how to draw over a period of time suddenly produces this amazing drawing that, in some ways, while we believe children are capable and competent, we wouldn't always have predicted that something that complex would come from this, 4 or 5-year-old child. But it's only that environment allows that to happen. In an environment where, you only did drawing once a week because you had to fit in all these other sort of novelty art and craft experiences, that child's not going to have the opportunity to develop that.
And also drawing in different mediums, not only in pencils, paper, textures and paint, but also in chalk. And I've got some amazing drawings up in the last week just in chalk on concrete. And these kids, really complex drawings, but that wouldn't happen if it was only available once in a blue moon. It's got to be there constantly, and also adults knowing when to come in and participate in that, but not always being in there.
One of the other things I wanted to ask about was, I guess, the sense that the earliest learning framework certainly talks a lot about natural materials and how we have natural surroundings and the importance of those for children. I'm wondering about how the environment maybe plays a role in children developing a sense of sustainability and environmental responsibility. That's certainly one of the outcomes in the framework. And I'm wondering how you think the environment can actually help promote that.
I think there are decisions that adults have to make, but also I think we have to be respectful of children as well. It's a childhood. There are things that they need to play with, and they need to fall in love with this space, with trees and with water and with the soil and with rocks and with the earth itself, before we can sort of say you have to go and save it. But if that's how we think, then we actually will allow them to have access to all of those resources, and then start to and then provide opportunities for children to discuss things like, well, recycling, bringing things from home to reuse in craft, or to recycle food scraps and have wormeries and those sort of things.
I guess there's a number of things that probably, in a way that we've been doing for a long time, that we haven't connected to the notion of sustainability, and whether it's that parents swap clothes between each other, or they send in their old pots and pans and we decide to use those in the sandpit rather than buy more plastic equipment, and a whole range of things that we do. And I think it's easy for us to just get hooked into the notion of perhaps composting as sustainable futures. And I think, it is much broader than that. And for me, I think children to have access to water, I think is really important. But it doesn't mean that we have to have the tap on all day. So finding that mix, and we've got a small tank that's by a sandpit that's filled up every day. And so when that's run out, the children learn that that's run out. Although they do get a little bit of water from the bubblers when they can. They've learned that there's water somewhere else.
Or from the toilets.
Yeah, but I mean, there are messages I think we can give children about saying, yes, this is a precious resource, and we can't just have the water running all day.
But actually teaching them to take some responsibility for its use.
Yes, and so I think there are a range of things. And I mean, we can get into maths concepts if we like around sorting, the things that we can recycle go here and the paper, something else goes here. And, when we label things, we allow children, and when we talk about it with them, we allow them to really begin to learn about some of those big concepts. And I think we can do it in a really natural and easy way. But we have to know about it ourselves. And I think, there's a lot to know. For me, one of the things that I don't think I do very well is around cleaning products, because it seems a minefield to me about trying to move to what is natural cleaning products, and that will still comply with health requirements and national quality standards into the future. So, I mean, for me, I think those are things that we need to be able to also say, I need to know more. And that might be something like, for me and my service, that we develop in our quality improvement plan that's going to be part of a national quality standard. So it's actually okay to say, I know a little bit and I need to know some more, and I think it's really important to know some more. So it's not about ticking all the outcomes right now.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Judy. Thanks, Neville. It's been really interesting. Thank you.